Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another update on this bulk investment playlist series. If you follow this channel for quite some time, you know what we're doing on this playlist. So each month I'm contributing to this public investment portfolio. So I've created it in January of 2022. I have a whole tutorial how to use this brokerage account, Trading212, how to create a pie, how to deposit money, and ever since each month I've been posting a YouTube video sharing what is the performance of my portfolio and what I'm buying. Remember, the strategy here is for the long term. I'm not selling any of my positions, and in a bit we will just see the portfolio. Full disclaimer, this is not investment advice. Just because you see a random guy here on YouTube doing this kind of transaction doesn't necessarily mean it's the right choice for you. I do me, you do you. I use this for entertainment purposes so that in a few years I can look back and rewatch these videos and see, oh, this was a good decision, this was a bad decision, and more or less I will be able to tell in what phase of my life I was. I think this is very cool. I have some friends that follow these playlists and it doesn't occupy that much time anyway, and it's nice. So I'm gonna open the Trading212 app. Now you're seeing my phone, and as you can see, the total value of the portfolio is 3,524 euros. It's quite a lot. If I ask myself, okay Pedro, now you have to invest 3,000 euros, probably I couldn't with all of my current expenses, living in Lisbon with my current wage, my current work. But if it's something that you've been building up throughout the months, it becomes more feasible. Also, full disclaimer, this is not my only portfolio. This is one just at that time disclosing publicly since inception. I have other portfolios, so do as you please with that information. So we've invested a total of 2,650 euros, and our return, if I were to sell all of my positions, all of my stocks, I would have a return of 875 euros, which represents a 33% gain, which is quite a lot. We are once again at all-time highs in this portfolio, which, if you know me, it's a horrible time for me to always be contributing, because right now the market is super expensive. I much rather be investing when the stocks are down and the prices are cheaper, but we're sticking to this strategy where I'm dollar cost averaging every month, and this is the strategy I defined in the beginning, and I'll stick to it. So I will buy into the stocks when they are at the tops, and I will buy when they are at the bottoms, and hopefully it will average out eventually. If you can see here from the trend, when we started, the portfolio was with, actually I cannot go, okay, 40 euros, and it was 3% down, and then as I'm moving forward, sometimes it was up, sometimes it was down, and lately, in these final months, the portfolio has been performing really well. We can see here the distribution. Some stocks are negative, other stocks are positive. You can see the first position Alibaba is down, but the second position Google is up, or Alphabet that you're seeing here on the screen. Amazon is up. Farfetch is completely down. We lost 99% of our value. So my portfolio, I really started, and if we see here the allocation, it has a really big portion of ETFs. You can see here the first one is the S&P 500 information technology sector. It represents 27% of my portfolio, and the second one is an ETF that is mimicking the 500 biggest companies in the US. And then we have Google, which is a single stock, and in the fourth position we have again another ETF, and this one is even more broader. This tendentially will make your returns lower because you're diversifying through a basket of stocks instead of picking the winner one, let's say, but at the same time you're also managing a bit of your risk. And the performance of portfolio is really high right now is because the bulk of my position is in information technology sector ETF, which is this one here, the QDVE, and we can see here hopefully the composition of the portfolio of the ETF itself. So it has a lot of Apple stock, Microsoft, Nvidia at the time of recording this video right now is more valuable than Apple and Microsoft. It took the first place in publicly listed companies, which is absolutely crazy. Even though I never individually chosen this company to invest, just because I'm in this ETF that is a bit more focused, so it's focusing on the IT sector. I am exposed, so out of my, where is it? My information technology sector position is 959 euros right now, which a total appreciation of 56.51%. So if I had invested all my money in this ETF, instead of being diversifying for other stocks, I would be actually performing better. But you take that with a grain of salt, and it might not always be the case, because right now this sector is really exuberant, and here we are. So I never invested in this particular one, but I'm 10% of this position, so right now it represents more or less 90 euros of my stock portfolio as if I had invested in this stock. But this is also a good reminder for the future, because maybe in 3 years the most valuable company won't be even one of these three that are on the top. It's really hard to pick them. Well, I might be lucky, you might be lucky, or there's also a lot of people that are not that lucky. Imagine if I had positioned all my eggs in Farfetch, I would be really crying right now. But at the end of the day, I am also very young, so I have an entire life ahead of me, so I can a bit risk or bear a bit more risk in a sense. So I have all my life to make up for some mistakes, but at the same time it's the best time to be investing, because it will give more time to compound these kind of gains. At the same time, it's always this dilemma. All my friends that are watching these videos know this, so you want to enjoy your present, and you will see on this YouTube channel some of the vlogs and trips that I do, but at the same time you want to save money and invest. This is a fight that we are all part of, and you will just have to make peace with yourself to see which kind of strategy works best. So, without any further ado, when I feel like for this video I'm extending a bit too much, we will go have a quick look as usual for the pies. We can see here that in January of 2022, if I had invested all my money, I would be up 31%, and I think this was a very diversified option. So yeah, I have S&P 500 shares, the IT, QDVE ETF, Google, Amazon, Alibaba, and Tencent. But if we go further down, let's see if one of the pies is negative. Well, today not the case, but if you see previous episodes, or if you've been following along, there were some times during this portfolio that some of these were quite negative. But we'll be here on the ups and downs. It's part of the consistency, it's part of the strategy, and we'll keep ourselves emotionally checked. Let me see, for example, if I had invested all my money on December of 2022 on these positions, I'll be really well right now with 124% gain. And I had invested 15% on Farfetch, but let's see what is driving up this. Of course, I had invested in Meta Platforms, Taiwan Semiconductors, and Google. Well, without any further ado, let's see the pie that I have comprised for this month. Everything is a bit exuberant, and I will edit here the pie. I have also another video that explains how I create this. I just have them created before I come to this video, so that it's a bit shorter, but this app is very user-friendly and intuitive. So I'm choosing 40% for the information technology sector ETF, because right now I don't have the time or the bandwidth to be researching any companies, and this ETF has been performing really well, so I will use this month's contribution, most of it for this ETF. Then 15% for the S&P 500 one, which is more diverse. Johnson & Johnson, which I invested in the past month. JD.com because it's down. Walt Disney as well. Alibaba as well, and Starbucks as well. And we also have here an ETF that this one all world has roughly 3,600 companies. Maybe it has even more. They were adding more companies. So it's even broader. Basket of assets. At the same time, do not expect the same performance as the IT sector one, but at the same time, if something were about to happen, this probably will be a bit more balanced. Of course, there's never guarantees when we're talking about investment. There's always a risk, so bear in mind if you have your emergency fund, and only after that just think about investing. So let's go here. Some of these positions will not execute because today the New York Stock Exchange is not open, but the ETFs, the ones that I'm here investing, are listed on the German Stock Exchange, so they will execute. So we'll go here from 150 euros, and this has been a long way since we started this channel. So we started with only 40 euros per month. My initial plan was like, okay, 10 euros per week, more or less it's a dinner out. Nowadays 10 euros here in Lisbon, very hard for you to eat out with 10 euros, and I've been moving from, I have a different job now, and as I progress throughout my career in the future years, hopefully I'll be able to contribute more for this for this month, but you will have to adapt yourself to your situation. And some people prefer to lump sum every 3 months, some people prefer to do it every week. I much rather do this every month so that I can have some time to make these videos and you follow along. So you can see here the distribution, confirm buy. Okay, New York Stock Exchange, they are not open right now, but when the stock market opens tomorrow, they will eventually execute. So not a big deal. So it's here, loading up. 25% has been invested. So let's wait a bit more. Dun, dun, dun. I'll go here. We'll see. Of course, the performance will always drop a bit after I do my position, because it doesn't have any time for it to fluctuate unless there's a big crash or a big jump right now. So yeah, that will be it for today. I hope to see you in the next episode where there is a bulk investment portfolio update or a vlog in somewhere else. So thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!